Let's start with a hard question. When was the last time you heard about COVID in the news? Probably not recently, right? That's part of the problem. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes in 2025. A quiet, fast-moving COVID wave is spreading across senior communities in the US, but barely anyone is talking about it. And no, this isn't just the same old virus. We're talking about new variants with new symptoms and in many cases, new risks that specifically affect people over 65. Even more alarming, testing centers are shutting down. Data tracking has slowed, and that means many seniors are flying blind. So, let's get real for a moment. If you're a senior, or if you love someone over 60, you need to hear this. This isn't fear-mongering. This is life-saving information that's been buried under headlines about AI and elections. But you deserve to know. You deserve to be prepared. And most importantly, you deserve not to be left behind. So in this video, we're going to walk through what's really happening in the 2025 COVID wave. Why seniors are more vulnerable than ever before. 5 urgent facts you need to know now. What you can do today to stay ahead and protect those you love. And by the end of this video, I want you to feel one thing: empowered, not scared, informed, not ignored. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed more friends getting sick again lately? Or maybe you've been feeling off but didn't think it was COVID? Well, it might be something else. Or it might be what doctors are quietly calling the XEC variant, a strain that's causing brain fog, extreme fatigue, heart issues, and in some cases, relapse in long COVID patients. But here's the twist: you won't hear this on the evening news. Why? Because many health systems are overwhelmed, underfunded, and under pressure to move on. But you can't move on when your health is at risk. And we're not moving on until we talk about what really matters. Because let me tell you something powerful. Information is protection. And if we can reach just one person, one senior, who avoids a hospital visit thanks to this video, then it's worth every word. Still with me? Great. Because what I'm about to share next might surprise you. Let's take a closer look. So what exactly is happening right now in 2025? You've probably heard the phrase COVID is over. But for many older adults across the US, that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, over the past 3 months, hospitals in Florida, Arizona, and parts of California have reported a steady rise in respiratory cases among people aged 65 and up. What's more shocking, many of these cases aren't being officially labeled as COVID because testing is no longer required in many places. Now here's where it gets concerning. A new subvariant called XEC is moving quietly through communities. It's not always showing up as a positive test. And even if it does, symptoms look different this time. Listen to this. It starts with unusual fatigue, like you just can't shake the sleep off. Then comes brain fog, memory lapses, sometimes even confusion. For some, there's chest tightness or irregular heart rhythms. Others report feeling fine one day and suddenly crashing the next. Sounds familiar? Now you might be thinking, well, I've had my vaccine, so I'm fine, right? And yes, vaccines still offer protection, especially against severe illness. But here's the catch. Many seniors haven't received updated boosters for the 2024 and 2025 variants. Why? Because the rollout was quiet. No big headlines. No major government push. So unless you were actively checking your local clinic's website, you probably missed it. And that's not your fault. Honestly, the system hasn't made it easy. Testing is limited. Data is patchy. And even primary care doctors are admitting they're not getting timely info anymore. Here's a quote from a doctor in New Jersey. We're seeing more elderly patients come in with strange post-COVID symptoms. But without national guidance, we're often playing catch-up. That's not okay. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you talked to your doctor about COVID? Did they mention the XEC variant or boosters for seniors this year? If the answer is no, you're not alone. And it's not just the virus itself that's the problem, it's the after effects too. There's a growing concern among geriatric specialists about long COVID symptoms that don't fully go away. Trouble sleeping, chronic pain, mood swings, difficulty concentrating, and many seniors are being told it's just age. But is it? Let's be honest, you know your body. You know when something feels off. And when multiple people in your community start feeling off at the same time, we can't just call that aging. We need to start asking deeper questions. Because the sooner we understand what's happening, the better chance we have to act. That's why this video matters. We're shining a light where the headlines have gone dark. We're asking the hard questions when others have moved on. So if you're still with me, I want you to stay curious. Stay alert. Because up next, we're diving into 5 urgent facts that every senior and caregiver should know in 2025. Some of them might surprise you, some of them might frustrate you, but all of them could make a real difference. So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's get into it together. All right, let's talk about what you really need to know. Here are 5 urgent facts about the COVID crisis in 2025 that every senior and everyone who cares for one should know right now. These aren't just headlines. These are life-saving truths that could help you avoid the hospital or help someone you love feel better tomorrow. Fact 1, the XEC variant isn't being talked about, but it's spreading fast. You won't find it on the front page. You might not even hear about it from your doctor. But make no mistake, XEC is real. It's been reported in Texas, California, Florida, and even New York, especially in senior living communities. And because it doesn't always show up on rapid tests, many people think they just have a cold or bad sleep. But here's the thing, XEC is sneaky. It wears you down slowly. And by the time you realize something's wrong, your energy, memory, and focus might already be slipping. If you felt more tired than usual, if your memory feels foggy, don't brush it off. Talk to your doctor. Mention XEC. Ask about new testing options. Fact 2, the new booster is available, but not widely announced. This might surprise you. The CDC did approve an updated booster shot for seniors in early 2025. But unlike previous years, the announcement was quiet. No TV ads, no mass text alerts. Many seniors still don't know it exists. That's a problem, because this booster targets the newer variants like XEC and could reduce severe symptoms by up to 65% in people over 60. So here's what you can do. Call your local pharmacy. Ask if they have the 2025 COVID booster. Schedule it. Even if you had one last year, this one's different. You wouldn't skip your flu shot, right? Don't skip this either. Fact 3, long COVID is hitting seniors harder than we thought. A new study from the University of Michigan found that nearly 1 in 3 older adults who had COVID in the past year are now reporting long-term effects: joint pain trouble, sleeping mood swings, digestive issues, but many of them are never officially diagnosed with long COVID. Why? Because the symptoms can be brushed off as just aging. But here's the truth. If something started after you had COVID and it's not going away, it's worth looking into. You deserve care. You deserve real answers, not excuses. Fact 4, some seniors are skipping care out of fear or confusion. Let's be honest, navigating healthcare these days feels harder than ever. Appointments are rushed, online portals are confusing, and many seniors feel overwhelmed or even embarrassed to ask for help. If that's you, please hear this. You're not alone, and you shouldn't have to figure this out by yourself. Ask a family member or friend to help you. Schedule appointments, set reminders for medications. Go with you to ask questions. This is your health. You have every right to speak up. Fact 5, staying informed is your best protection. You don't need to panic, but you do need to stay alert, stay informed, and stay involved. Follow a trusted source online. Subscribe to a newsletter from your local clinic. Watch videos like this that are made just for you, not the general public. Because here's the bottom line. You can't protect what you don't understand. But once you do understand, you can take back control. Now, if any of these facts hit close to home, you might be wondering, so what do I do next? Great question. That's exactly what we'll talk about in the final section. Because knowing the truth is one thing, but knowing how to respond, that's what makes all the difference. So don't go anywhere. Your next step could change everything. All right, now you know the truth. The XEC variant is real. Seniors are quietly at risk, and many systems that should be protecting our elders aren't moving fast enough. But here's the most important part of this entire video. You are not powerless. Let me say that again. You are not powerless. You may not be able to control the news or the virus or the healthcare system, but you can control how informed, prepared, and proactive you are. So let's talk about 5 things you can do today to protect yourself or someone you love. 1, call your doctor. Don't wait. Ask them directly. Have you seen patients with symptoms of the XEC variant? Is the 2025 COVID booster available for me? Should I be tested if I've had fatigue or memory fog lately? These are real questions. You deserve real answers. 2, Schedule the updated COVID booster. Don't wait for someone to remind you. Don't assume you're too late. Call your pharmacy, book the appointment, encourage a friend to go with you. Even one layer of protection can make a huge difference. 3. Share this video with someone you care about. Maybe your spouse, maybe your neighbor, maybe your adult children. You'd be surprised how many people have no idea about the new variant. And one simple video share could spark the conversation that saves a life. 4. Don't ignore strange symptoms. Fatigue that won't go away. Trouble remembering words. Tightness in your chest. These are not just signs of aging. They could be early warnings, and the sooner you act, the better your outcome. You know your body. Listen to it. Trust it. 5. Stay connected. Stay curious. Stay involved. Make it a habit to check in on your health, just like you check the weather or the news. Knowledge isn't just power. In 2025, knowledge is protection. And if you're not sure where to start, guess what you're already doing it by watching this video. Now, before we end, let me ask you something. What part of this video surprised you most? Do you know someone who might be affected by this new COVID wave? Tell us in the comments. Your story could help someone else. And hey, if this video gave you even one useful insight, please take a second to like this video, share it with your family group chat, and subscribe to this channel for more updates made specifically for seniors and caregivers like you. We're not here for fear. We're here for facts, support, and smart choices. And if we stand together, we're never really left behind. Final thought: you've made it this far. That means something. It means you care. It means you're aware. And most of all, it means you're ready. So don't let the silence around COVID fool you. Your health matters. Your voice matters. And yes, you are still worth protecting. Thank you for watching. And remember, stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.